In the late hours of June 29, 2024, the 3300 block of West Franklin Boulevard in Chicago's West Garfield Park was alive with the hum of summer night chatter. Friends laughed, music pulsed faintly from a parked car, and the warm air carried the weight of a neighborhood that never truly sleeps. But at 11:10 p.m., the rhythm of the night was shattered by a barrage of gunshots, sharp, relentless, and unforgiving. Chicago police raced to the scene, their sirens cutting through the chaos. When they arrived, they found a 35-year-old man lying motionless on the cracked sidewalk, blood pooling beneath him. He'd been shot multiple times at close range, his life slipping away under the dim glow of a streetlight. Paramedics rushed him to Stroger Hospital, but it was too late. Nico Durkis O'Neill Whitehead, known to his city as Don Cheeks, was gone. What makes this story so haunting isn't just the brutality of the act, it's that the entire ambush was captured on video, a cold, calculated execution laid bare for the world to see. And what unfolded in the days that followed revealed a darkness that runs deeper than one man's death. This is the story of Nico Whitehead, a rapper, actor, father, and survivor who carried the weight of Chicago's streets on his shoulders. It's a story of loyalty, betrayal, and a city where second chances are hard to come by. This isn't just the story of a murder, it's the story of a man who carried Chicago's streets in his bones, a man who dreamed beyond them but couldn't escape their pull. It's a story of loyalty, betrayal, and a city where second chances are rare. This is Nico Whitehead's last verse. Nico wasn't just a name in Chicago's underground. He was a force. Born on the South Side, he grew up in a world where survival demanded grit and cunning. Chicago's streets are a crucible, forging dreams and shattering them in equal measure. For Nico, music was his rebellion against that fate. As a teenager, he'd step into rap battles in dimly lit community centers, his quick tongue and raw delivery earning him respect. Friends called him Cheeks, a nickname that stuck like a badge of honor, carrying weight in both the arts and the streets. By 35, Nico had earned what many called OG status, a title for those who'd navigated the worst of street life and emerged respected. But he was more than a street legend. He was a father of two, a young son nicknamed Baby Nico, who'd look up at his dad with eyes full of wonder, and a daughter in her early 20s, carving her own path. Nico had this energy, his cousin Tasha said in a local blog post. He'd walk into a room, crack a joke, and everybody was smiling, but he was real too. He never sugarcoated the truth. Nico's charisma spilled into his art. His music was raw, rooted in Chicago's drill scene, with lyrics that painted the city's pain and pride. He wasn't just a rapper, he was a storyteller, weaving tales of struggle and ambition. He landed small roles in independent films, bringing authenticity to Chicago's gritty cinematic scene. In one short film, he played a corner hustler with a heart, his performance so real it left audiences silent. Off-screen, he was writing scripts, mentoring young artists, and hosting open mics. He wanted to build something, said Marcus, his childhood friend. He'd say, "I ain't just trying to be another rapper. I want my kids to see me do big things." Nico's YouTube presence grew through features on Zack TV, a legendary platform for Chicago's drill culture. In one clip, he's all energy, shouting out his crew, "Freedom game, man, real TEs, stand-up kings, never fall, you feel me?" His laugh filled the frame, a reminder of a man who carried light even in dark places. But fame in Chicago's streets comes with shadows. Nico had run-ins with the law, petty charges, some tied to the street economy, others more serious. He'd made enemies, from business deals gone sour to old rivalries. Yet those closest to him say he was trying to pivot. After a stint in prison, released just a year before his death, Nico spoke openly about change. In late-night talks with friends, he reflected on the toll of gang life. "The streets don't love nobody," he'd tell Marcus. "I'm tired of the cycle, man. I want out." He poured his heart into his kids, his music, his dreams of building a legacy. He mentored young rappers, teaching them to channel pain into art. He organized community showcases, giving kids a stage to shine. He was trying to show the young ones there's another way, Tasha said. But Chicago's West Side doesn't let go easily. West Garfield Park, where Nico was killed, is a neighborhood of contradictions. It's home to tight-knit families, block parties, and kids playing double dutch, but it's also scarred by decades of gun violence and systemic neglect. In 2024, Chicago reported over 250 homicides, many tied to gang disputes or personal vendettas. The drill music scene, Nico's world, often amplifies these tensions. Lyrics become battlegrounds. Videos a dangerous game of one-upmanship.
Protect me from my so-called friends, so I can kill my own enemies. 9 times out of 10, the ops ain't gonna kill shit. Be their own homies, snaked out. I peep that shit. Stay the fuck away from around me, fake ass niggas.
Nico's ties to the traveling Vice Lords, a West Side gang, were no secret. But friends insist he was distancing himself, focusing on his family and craft. He wasn't out here banging no more, Tasha said. He was trying to rewrite his story. Yet, in a city where history lingers like a ghost, old affiliations can be a death sentence. Rumors swirled that Nico's prison release came with whispers of betrayal, that he'd cooperated with authorities, a cardinal sin in street code. True or not, those whispers were enough to mark him. June 29, 2024, started like any other summer night. Nico was on the block, surrounded by familiar faces. The air was warm, the vibe easy. Then, at 11:10 p.m., a dark-colored vehicle pulled up. Several men stepped out, their movements deliberate. A bystander's video, grainy but chilling, captures the horror. Nico is surrounded, disoriented. One man pistol whips him, the blow sending him stumbling. As he tries to regain his footing, another opens fire. The gunshots are loud, relentless, over a dozen rounds tearing through the night. Bystanders scream, some frozen, others recording in shock. The attackers flee, leaving Nico bleeding on the pavement. The video's cold clarity is what haunts most. This wasn't a robbery. No demands, no chaos. It was an execution, planned and personal. The bystander filming doesn't flinch, almost as if they knew what was coming. It felt like a setup, one witness told a local blog, speaking anonymously. Like they wanted the world to see it. The footage spread across social media, sparking outrage and grief. For Nico's family, watching his final moments go viral was a wound deeper than the bullets. Nico's death sent shockwaves through Chicago's south and west sides. Tributes flooded clips of his music. Old Zach TV interviews, photos of him with baby Nico and his daughter. West Side Cheeks was a legend, one fan posted. He didn't deserve this. But offline, the reaction was layered. Some saw Nico as a man still wrestling with his past. Others saw a father fighting for a new future. He was trying to rewrite his story, Marcus said. But the streets don't let you walk away easy. Area 4 detectives classified the case as a homicide within hours. They scoured surveillance footage from nearby gas stations and corner stores, hoping for a lead. Shell casings littered the scene, but no suspects were named. The video pointed to a targeted hit, possibly tied to old grudges or those rumors of betrayal. Nico knew something was off, Tasha said. He was moving different, keeping his circle tight. But you can't outrun the past. The streets buzzed with speculation. Some pointed to the traveling Vice Lords, alleging internal betrayal. Others whispered about rival crews or unpaid debts. Nico's own words, posted on X days before his death, seemed to foreshadow the end. My so-called friends, I can kill my own enemy. Homies snaked out, stay away from snake-ass people. For those who knew him, the post wasn't just a caption, it was a warning. As of now, no arrests have been made. Area 4 detectives continue their work, piecing together footage and witness accounts. The bystander video, both a clue and a curse, points to a targeted hit, but the shooters remain shadows. In West Garfield Park, justice moves slower than grief. Families wait for answers that may never come, while the streets churn with new stories of loss. Was Nico a victim of his past, caught in the web of old affiliations? Or was he betrayed by those he trusted, his efforts to change seen as a threat? The rumors of his alleged cooperation with authorities, true or not, cast a long shadow. In the street code, perception can be deadlier than truth. Nico's final X post, warning of snake-ass people, suggests he felt the walls closing in. But who pulled the trigger, and why? The answers are locked in the silence of those who know. Nico Whitehead's life mattered, not just to his family, but to a city searching for answers. His story is a mirror held up to Chicago, reflecting its beauty and its pain. How many more Nicos will the city lose before something changes? What will it take to break the cycle? More police, more programs, or a deeper reckoning with the systems that trap so many? His death isn't just a headline, it's a call to listen, to feel, to act. If Nico's story moves you, share it, talk about it. Let it spark conversations about the lives lost and the future still worth saving. His music lives on, his dreams carried by those he mentored, his love held tight by his children. But his absence is a wound that Chicago feels. In West Garfield Park, the 3300 block of West Franklin Boulevard is quieter now, but the echoes of June 29 linger. Nico's last verse is over, but the city's song goes on, searching for a new refrain. What do you think? Was Nico a man betrayed, or a victim of a past he couldn't escape? How can Chicago rewrite its story? Drop your thoughts, share this story, and let's keep Nico's light alive.